The Bible says, "Fill your hungry soul with what's good." When we eat, we share, we grow. Every meal is a chance to be fed and to feed someone else. Life is like cooking. When it works, it doesn't matter if the process is fancy or simple. Good food and a life well lived comes down to how much heart you put in. Welcome back. We're in the month of July, and July is all about picnic foods and spending time outside with friends and family, and so that's what this whole month is going to be dedicated towards. I also wanted to let you know that you're going to be seeing this video and 3 more for July, but we're going to be taking a break. We're going to end season 1 at the end of July, and then we're going to come back strong in September. So we're going to be taking August off just to kind of refocus, refresh, get some really good ideas going, and just come back with some awesome things for you guys for the end of the year. But in the meantime, check us out on all of our social media, and that would be Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and it's all at Fill Your Hungry Soul. We're going to be doing some amazing new things there. So if you don't follow us on there, or you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go ahead and do that now, just to stay tuned for all of the great new things that we're going to be introducing in August. And then we'll be back to the videos in September. Today we're going to be making an arugula watermelon salad, and we're going to be making a really nice white wine balsamic dressing. It's kind of light, and you dress the salad very lightly, and it's just super refreshing and awesome. And I know you're thinking, okay, we're putting watermelon in a salad with all of these ingredients, and no, I just want my watermelon the way that I want my watermelon. And I get that. But sometimes in life, it's really important to experiment with combinations that you think might not work. Let's be open to trying new ideas and new adventures and new combinations. And sometimes what we figure out is, nope, that combination did not work and it was totally not for me, and not gonna do that again. But that's a really interesting thing too, because you've now known what you don't like. You know how you can grow in that area. And then sometimes you come across combinations and you're like, hey, wow, why didn't I think of that before? And it just comes out super awesome and super fantastic. So I want the lesson today to be about openness and trying new things, trying new combination. It's the time to kind of be adventurous. We just celebrated the 4th of July, and that's all about freedom and independence. So have some independent thoughts, have some free thoughts. Get out there, get your hands dirty, and get creative. So let's get started making this beautiful, fresh, fragrant, awesome, sweet, and a little bit vinegary arugula watermelon salad. So the first thing that I want to show you how to do is to make this dressing. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And I like using a mason jar because there's like little measuring things, and so you can kind of see. Also, it's really going to be easy to shake up at the very end. So to the olive oil, we want to add a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Now I use a vegan mayonnaise called Just Mayo, and I like it because it does not have any eggs in it. So it's really appropriate if you're having an outdoor picnic, because you don't want your salad to spoil or go bad or make anybody sick. So go ahead and do yourself a favor. If you're taking a potluck or a dish, or you're taking this dish or any dish that uses mayonnaise, do yourself a favor and grab some vegan mayonnaise. You'll be happy you did. Now we want to add a 1/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt. And this is where your creaminess is going to come from. And don't worry if this looks disturbing right now, it's going to taste really, really good. Now we want to add Dijon mustard, our vinegar. Now we want to add our spices. This is salt, garlic, and oregano. And for a little bit of sweetness, we want to add about a teaspoon of honey. Now here comes the great part. We're going to put the lid on real tight, and now We're just gonna shake it up. So now that this is all mixed, we're gonna set it aside and chop up all of our veggies and assemble our salad. So you wanna start with a bunch of fresh arugula. And arugula is really nice because not only is it in little pieces, so it's easy to eat, but it's got a beautiful peppery taste. And it's a unique taste, and I really, really love it. Then to that, we're gonna add about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of fresh fennel. And this is what a fennel bulb looks like. And it's kind of glamorous, if you ask me. It's very fancy. But I like to think of it as kind of a kicked up celery. It's just a little bit different and just a little bit more she, if you will, rather than using just regular celery. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this. Now we're not gonna use the ends, all of this, but what I like to do is I like to use these ends if I'm making like a vegetable stock or something. So don't throw them away, save them for something different, a soup or a stock. We're just gonna be using the bulb today. So I'm just gonna cut all of these really beautiful, fancy things off. And you can kind of even see if you look, it almost looks like a little bit of how celery looks on the inside. But the trick to this in your salad is that you want really thin pieces, really small pieces. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna add it to our salad. Next up is our cucumber. And I like to use English cucumbers. And in the grocery store, a lot of times they come wrapped in plastic, but if you get them from your farmer's market or outside, obviously they're not gonna be wrapped in plastic, but you can always tell because they're really long and skinny and they just have a really nice flavor and not a lot of the seeds, so they're perfect for salads. So we're gonna use probably about 1/2 of this cucumber. So we're gonna go ahead and just give it a chop, and again, we're gonna just save this for another time. And then again, we just want very thin slices. So you can take your time and do this. And that's about right. That looks about right for the salad. And now we're gonna just go ahead and add these to the salad. So this is kind of the star of the salad. And I took some fresh watermelon and just cubed it into small bits. So you can kind of see the size. And watermelon is such a beautiful summer fruit. It's such a lovely way to add some interest to your salad and also some really great nutrition. So I like to chop it up and let it sit in the bowl for a second because you can see that some of the water from the watermelon has come out, and so that prevents it from going right into the salad and watering the dressing down. But you can see how pretty this already looks. It's just a beautiful salad to look at, but we're not finished quite yet. So now we want to add about 1/4 of a cup of roasted salted pumpkin seeds. The next ingredient we want to add is 2 to 3 ounces of fresh crumbled feta cheese. Now if you want to make this vegan, just don't add this. Also, just a note on the dressing, we added Greek yogurt to that dressing before, but you can find a soy alternative or a dairy alternative yogurt in any grocery store. Just add that instead of the Greek yogurt that I used. Now we want to give this a little bit of a mix. And you can do this with your hands or you can do it with tongs. Now that we have that mixed together a little bit, now we want to dress it with the dressing that we had made before. Now, the trick is don't overdress it. Just add a little bit at a time. You'll know when you have enough. And again, give it another really good mix. And now it's ready to serve. And I hope that you enjoy this salad and the freshness of this salad as much as me and my family do. Thanks for watching. You can find the full recipe in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.